Hello, my name is Daniel McDonald.
And I'm Luke Leonardo.
Welcome to our project for the Fractal thing. Oh, shucks. Where is Michael? Michael, what are you doing?
Hey, what's up, guys? I was just checking out these snowflakes because they're like fractals for our project and stuff.
Part 1. What is a fractal? Fractals are a repeating pattern that are also known as iterations. They are self-similar in various different scales. Within fractals, there is a set of numbers known as the Mandelbrot set, which is a set of C values that share a certain iteration outcome for a seed of 0. Fractal geometry is the subject that we will focus the most on during our project. Fractal geometry is geometric shapes that have fractal geometry or the lack of a linear/integer dimension. They were discovered by Benoit Mandelbrot in 1975. Mandelbrot sought to understand complex patterns observed in nature through mathematics, thus discovering fractals. In addition, he connected art to mathematics in order to discover and explore fractals. Fractals can be found throughout nature in many different types of organisms and in our environment. For example, ferns are one well known fractal in nature. Secondly, snowflakes, which we will focus the most on, are another well known fractal in nature.
Snowflakes are a great representation of fractals in nature. Analyzing snowflakes in nature is a perfect way to study fractals. This is because we can see the process of snowflakes through this graph, or we can also see the snowflakes outside in the snow, where we have an abundant resource in Massachusetts. This graph shows the temperature points and what type of snowflake will be made. For example, if the temperature is between 0 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit, it will be a plate, which is the most common type of snowflake. We believe that studying snowflakes will help people better understand nature through the lens of mathematics. Snowflakes are tiny, but at the same time, they have many iterations or patterns to make them infinitely different from each other. This idea can also be seen in fingerprints. Every person has fingerprints, and every person has different fingerprints as well. This is similar to snowflakes because there are many patterns or iterations in both to make the snowflakes or fingerprints different from other snowflakes or fingerprints. Learning about fractals and iterations has helped us see the world in ways we couldn't before. For example, when we see snow falling from the sky, what do we see? Do we see a fractal, or do we see math, or do we see just snow falling? Overall, this project has helped us better understand what a fractal is and how it is shown in nature.
Making snowflakes using Python. We made a simulation that creates snowflakes. The simulation works by the user inputting a temperature and saturation, then it generates a snowflake. Our simulation creates a model of snowflakes we'll encounter in specific atmospheric conditions. Our simulation models dendrites, sectored plates, and stellar dendrites, as these types of snowflakes can be clearly seen to be fractals, and they are the classic snowflake shape, not prisms or needles. In creating the simulation, we decide to limit the number of iterations, or how many times each arm of the snowflake grows from another arm, to 4, because of the technical limitations. By the time we get to 4 iterations, the shape is heavily pixelated and looks like a line. We also limit ourselves to a 2D view of snowflakes, as coding a 3D model will be much more tedious. What mediums can fractals be presented through? Fractals are not only visual representations in nature, but also in music. They are certain iterations of collective notes and repeating patterns, otherwise known as fractals. When do you see fractals in nature? You can see fractals in nature all the time. Most commonly see fractals in trees, animal circulatory systems, plants, snowflakes, geographic terrain and river systems, and clouds. This proves that fractals can be seen wherever and whenever. Fractals are a part of life that are often overlooked as a pattern. Why are no two snowflakes alike? Because snowflakes appear in slightly different atmospheric conditions, they grow in different ways, making each snowflake unique. Here are our sources.